Hi legends, hope you're all having a fantastic day. Nice little pumpy action here from Bitcoin, quite exciting. What can we expect next? I see some of the altcoins popping into the air as well. Right, let's get myself here onto the screen. There we go. Everyone can see me, everyone can hear me. Let me know if the quality is good, if it's bad. Did lots of work over the weekend setting up my setup. Right. Let me pop out my chats over here. Let me do this. Let me pop out my chats. I like to do that, and then I can pull it here onto a different screen, and then I can see what everyone is saying. Right. Okay, cool. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Welcome, legends. A beautiful Monday. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. And let's dive here right into the price of Bitcoin. Nice high green volume kicking in here. Quite amazing. Nice to see green volume finally kicking in after we had this massive momentum here to the downside. Finally finding support and also breaking this downsloping trend that I've been tracking. Okay, welcome Alan Clark, good afternoon, welcome. Okay, so quite nice pumpy action here from the price of Bitcoin. Full moon pump underway, yes, definitely yes. I think if I switch on my full moon over here, everyone can see when did that full moon print. Well, a couple of hours before we had the pumpy action to the upside, right. But what I would like to highlight here as well is that when we printed this new moon over here, we still had price pumping to the upside, and then only the selling pressure kicked in and we had a nice correction here to the downside. Okay, now we have a full moon that printed, and this is perhaps the momentum that we need, the buying power that we need to push price higher, either to come and claim the liquidity above these highs, or we could possibly still see a rejection here to the downside. So the one thing that I am keeping in mind here is to say, right, looking at this structure from the pivot to the low, we have a fib and we have massive resistance here in this area over here. Okay. And based on the volume at the moment, it does look like we can successfully break through here, but I would like to see at least a 1 hour candle close above the all-time high of 2021 to confirm bullish momentum here to the upside. Okay. As per my YouTube update today, I did mention that I am still keeping an eye on a harmonic pattern playing out here. Okay. So let's go back onto the 1 hour. And switch on some harmonics. Let's do this. Okay, this is still a scenario that I'm watching. Right, just clean this up a little bit. And harmonics are also known as reversal patterns, okay? And during my YouTube update on Friday, I mentioned this little harmonic over here, okay? That played out to perfection, where we needed to claim the 618 between the C and the D point. We claimed the 618. We had a nice little rejection to the downside. And then your next targets, if we find momentum to the upside, is the C point and the A point. So this trade played out to perfection. For those of you that took it, congratulations. And if you did leave some of your position open, you will be in nice profit here to the upside. But now we are faced with a potential, another harmonic taken from this high to the low, to the high, to the low, and a possible rejection area is here by the 786. Okay, I must be honest, the probabilities of this harmonic playing out, if we do find a closing candle and momentum here to the upside, I mean this volume is quite significant. If we do find the strength to close above here, okay, it could mean that we are flipping this resistance into support, okay, and we are going to find upwards momentum coming to claim this high again, invalidating this harmonic pattern. Okay, if we do come up here and you can see price is struggling, you get an SFP, right? You have those double tops and double bottoms. Price is struggling and we come down here and we lose this level. It could mean that we are going to make a deeper correction to the downside first before we come and claim the high over here. Right, I hope that makes sense. And so this is basically the trading scenario scenarios that I am watching at the moment. I am very curious to see how price is going to close above this all-time high. Okay, harmonic pattern is just something to keep in mind, and as always, patterns are not 100% guaranteed. Okay, the harmonic that we played here at the bottom played out to perfection, bounced on the 786, claimed all the TP zones. And this one can also play out where we reject by the 786. Okay, we also have a naked point of control inside of this consolidation area over here, right? So if we do struggle, let's say this scenario plays out, we SFP, we could find ourselves coming back to the 382, which is considered the first TP target for this pattern over here. But then I'm still keeping an eye on this trend, okay? Is to say that if we do not lose this trend, we lose support and we bounce over here by the 382, we could reverse and then go and claim the highs, building up that spring and that momentum needed to break through successfully. So that's the one scenario that I'm watching. Another scenario is we reject and we lose this level. Perhaps we get a bounce, we retest the all-time highs again, and we find momentum here to the downside to come and claim the C point and the A point once again. Right. And I know I have just touched on the moon phases, and you know, this looks quite bearish when you look at the full moon that is just printed. But like I've mentioned during the start of the stream, is just clean this up a little bit. If you look at this new moon over here, right, when it printed and we had this little dump here to the downside. Okay, we just have to keep this in mind. Switch this off, clean this up a bit. When this new moon printed and this happened, okay, everyone's like, oh wow, is that it? Now we're going back up. Was that the little bit of impact that this new moon caused? Okay, generally speaking, even what we found over here, you can see that we also had a new moon over here and we found upwards momentum. But then the sideways momentum started kicking in, and then when the bull moon or the full moon started, we still had a correction to the downside, and then the explosive move to the upside. So it does, you do have situations where it's a bit delayed at times, okay? It doesn't immediately do what it's supposed to do, but it can, because if you look at this new moon, you print a new moon, bam, you fall to the downside, right? Full moon, you climb to the upside. Right, just want to undo this. I've moved some stuff around here. Okay. Just want to make sure that I've got my stuff all nice over here. Looks like I moved some stuff around, and sometimes for some reason my back button doesn't want to work. Okay, so still keeping an eye on this momentum here to the upside. we do have a full moon, okay, and we could still have a correction and a bounce, right, where the full moon is just increasing some buying power for us, right. Anyways, together with the full moon, we have to also acknowledge, okay, it is a bullish sign. Generally, when you see a full moon, you have momentum to the upside, and we are inside bullish structure, market structure. We also have to acknowledge, looking at CVD, right, let's go on to the 1 hour. And I've been pointing this out in a couple of my streams already and updates, is to say that, well, when you look at this structure over here, okay, look at this. It just looks like a bloody waterfall. You have price moving up, sideways, yeah, you can say, or like a bow, and then moving up again. And between this pivot and this pivot, you can just see how CVD fell like a waterfall to the downside, okay. And even between this pivot and where we are right now, or this lowest pivot over here, you can just see how CVD still made insanely bullish CVD on both Bybit and all exchanges combined. So this in itself is an extremely bullish sign, okay, of which the target is this high. So you have to remember, if we have to come up here and we claim the high and we start falling down, it means that this CVD played out. It did what it's supposed to do. It's not to say that it's going to send us to $100,000 given the momentum by which it fell down. It's just the target is this high. As soon as you claim that high, this CVD has played out, and then you start looking for new CVD to the right, okay. Right, but we do have bullish CVD, okay, and we do have a full moon, so perhaps this is the bullish momentum that we need. I do see some nice green volume kicking in, not significant yet, but enough. And I just want to see what is going to happen to this 1 hour. Let's see, a 1 hour candle close above. Do we have a 1 hour candle close above? We do. Right, so this in itself is a little bit of a bullish sign. You have a candle close above the all-time high, which could mean that we are going to find upwards momentum here. Right, and I'm very curious to see, well, how are we going to react at the naked point of control and the 786. Okay, it could be that we SFP, we bounce, because now we flipped resistance into support, and then we find continuation to the upside, where the harmonic doesn't play out, but at least you get a reaction at this level for a quick scalp of a couple of $100 to the downside. And I mean, you have to acknowledge that this area will act as support, because I mean, there's 2 daily levels over here. I don't know if you guys know, there's 2 daily levels, daily level 1, daily level 2, all-time high, 0.618. So by us closing candles outside of this area, I said during my update as well, I want to see us smash through here with high volume. That then confirms that we could get momentum back to the upside, okay, and invalidating the harmonic to find momentum back to the downside. But I mean, this would be a beautiful trading setup, making people extremely bullish. Oh crap, we lost support. Now we're going back to $10,000. You know, when people see red candles, we're going back to $10,000. And then the bounce happens, and then we go and claim the all-time high. So definitely a scenario I would like to see play out, but we don't always get what we want. And from a technical perspective, right, although I have the harmonic over there, this looks bullish because we've got 2 green candles now closing outside and above this massive resistance zone over here. Okay. Right, so bullish momentum could potentially still continue over here, and that's why I'm seeing some of the alts exploding. And I did see someone asked, "Hey Devil, discovered you through Andy's show, love your alpha." Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Crypto Big Brains. Hey Devil, did you keep some of your swing positions open before the dump? Yes, I did. I got stopped out of a couple of my swing positions. Some of them I de-risked them where I just took some cash out. But obviously, you know, that's my rule. My rule is when I see a full moon, or when the full moon prints, I dollar cost average back into my portfolios. I add some Bitcoin, I add some Ethereum, and I buy into some of my favorite alts. That is my strategy. This to me is always the best time to buy inside bullish momentum. This is the best time to sell inside bearish momentum, or bullish, best time to sell inside bullish momentum. And then when you're in a bear market, this is the best time to short. This is the best time to take profits. Okay, it then works in reverse. Right, and as you guys can see here, here's some of my positions that I've got open. I've got 9 positions open at the moment. I built them last night, I think, when I was staring at the moon, howling. So I've got a couple of positions open there, and as always, you'll see 2x leverage, low swing positions. I obviously still have spot bags opened as well, so I do add to my spot bags as well when I see full moon. That's part of my trading strategy. And for these ones, I mean, obviously, if I see red, I add, and if it's green, I leave it. Right, and there's always that conundrum of if the altcoins explode here into the air, I should have bought more, right? And then there's that saying of when it falls, shit, I should have bought less. Okay, but nonetheless, that's the day in the life of a trader. Okay, as long as you have good risk management and you can afford what you put in, or you can afford to lose what you put in, you're all good. Right, so this is the scenario that I'm currently watching over here, and I must say some of the alts look extremely bullish at the moment, and we can jump through some of those alts right now. I opened an aggressive short. I'm sweating bullets. Duke Nukem, I'm not sure if I will open up a short. Let's look at the CVD on the 15-minute over here. I mean, anything can happen. I don't want to say close your position, you close it and then price tanks down from here. But as I've just explained, the reasons why I won't open up a short right now is, let's look at CVD if we can find some clues over here. And I do not see any bearish CVD as yet. So generally speaking, when we hit an important level, like a daily level, an all-time high level, a 618 level, a 786 level, a naked point of control, when you're hitting an important level of resistance and you want to play an SFP from that level, a swing failure pattern, I always jump into CVD and I try and find for little clues here on the 5-minute or the 3-minute time frame. I try and find little clues, and if I can spot little bearish CVD, it gives me extra confidence that we could see that reversal that we are hoping for. But for now, no bearish CVD at the moment. Okay, no bearish CVD. Also, let's zoom into the 15-minute. Perhaps there's bullish CVD on the bigger time frames. You see here we had bullish CVD. Look at this pivot, right? Let me grab my little pen. Oops. Okay, yeah, we had bullish CVD. You see higher lows and lower lows on CVD, right? On both blue and yellow, which said the target is this high, which we've now taken. So bullish CVD played out here to perfection, and I'm not seeing any signs of weakness at the moment for Bitcoin to have a correction. I would like, however, to see how Bitcoin is going to react when we hit the 786 level. But for now, it is still a little bit bullish. You have to acknowledge that this all-time high 2021 level, I just want to show you guys, if you go onto the weekly, right, let's switch off all of this analysis and we can take away the moon phases here as well. Right, when I look at the weekly and you have a level over here, right, the all-time high of 2021, 8 November 2021, when we made the all-time high over here. And let me just put that line, this line over here, okay? From a weekly perspective, okay? From a weekly perspective, let me just do this, okay? We have closed two, let me zoom in here, 2 candles below the all-time high, which in essence is in itself a bearish sign. Okay, so from a weekly perspective, you would then consider this a SFP. Long wick to the upside, 2 candles, 3 candles closing below the all-time highs, and perhaps this is just a retest for continuation back to the downside. So from a weekly perspective, it looks quite bearish, considering a swing failure scenario. Okay, so it's important from a weekly perspective that we reclaim this area and have a closing green candle outside, perhaps an engulfing candle engulfing this entire week to the upside, closing the week in the green for bullish momentum to continue to the upside. But still, from a weekly perspective, it still looks bearish. We can't deny the technicals. It's not because I feel like it or I want it to be bearish. It is still bearish. We have an SFP from a weekly perspective. Okay, so we need to close a candle above the all-time high to stay bullish and for momentum to continue to the upside. Okay, still have a daily level here up here to contend with as well. Right, let's go back onto the 4 hour. Okay, so now we have to acknowledge that we have a candle close. Where's my today analysis lights? Okay, I know it looks a bit messy, but I assure you all these levels are quite important. Okay, so taking a fib from the low, from the high to the low, we have now smashed through the 618. Okay, massive resistance, 2 daily levels, and we are currently above the all-time high. And I can guarantee you guys, we've got 23 minutes left of this 4 hour candle close. If this 4 hour candle closes above the all-time highs, there's a very high probability in us coming to claim this high again. Okay, we already have an hourly candle close above that line. Okay, so I can actually take this red box out, just clean it up a bit. These are the levels that we are watching. If we had to turn around here, and this is why it looks so bullish, even if we had to turn around here, we broke through 2 daily levels like it didn't even exist. We smashed through them like a hot knife through butter. So even if we had to reject here, you will find support, you will find more support. So there's massive support now below us over here, and we have a closing candle above the all-time highs, which to me signals upwards momentum. Okay, let's see how we react over here, which could potentially invalidate that harmonic. Right, so based on the price action that I see over here, it does look like the harmonic can be invalidated. Okay, this harmonic can be invalidated. We were looking for this as a bigger reversal and continuation back to the downside. Okay, but I am still keeping it in mind. I'm not writing it off. I want to see how we react in this area. Okay, naked point of control, D point 786. Let's see how we react in this area, right? It could be a rejection, retest of the support for continuation to the upside, or even if it comes down to the 382, you have to remember that structure is still bullish. You can bounce and still go and claim the highs, making higher lows to the upside. Okay, right, so that's basically Bitcoin. Okay. Someone asked me in the comments they wanted me to look at Ethereum as well. Right. No new comments. Opened an aggressive short. I've gone through that one. Let's look at some of the altcoins that I'm keeping an eye on. Okay. And these are some of the alts that I have in my spot bags. And as always, from my swing positions over here that I've got open currently in some nice profits over here. Go down into the description right now. You will see that for my and Andy's community only, go to Bybit, sign up right now, and you'll enjoy a 20% reduction in your trading fees. And that's also why I'm keeping some of my swing positions open for longer, because it's cheaper to keep it open. And then for those of you that can't KYC or that don't want to KYC, Mexi, where I do my daily trades and scalping to the up or to the downside, go down into the description, trade with me, and with good risk management as always. And also go check out my educational videos that I've recently uploaded, where I'm educating and teaching everyone how to trade, the basics about trading. And I plan to do a video every week where I will cover different topics. I know for the professional traders out there and the experienced and the seasoned traders out there, it might seem laborious and boring, the videos that I'm currently uploading, but I am considering that there's also a lot of new people that have no idea where to start. So I want to start off with the basics, and then I'll start going into advanced, and then I'll start going into professional and pro tips. Right. So keep on following for more educational updates. Okay, so yeah, looking at the price of Atom, guys, I am still very bullish on Atom. I just want to show you guys here. I think I did cover this during my YouTube stream. Not this. Where's my watch list? I've got BTC pairs over here. Make sure that you have some BTC pairs. This, you need to do your homework before you start building positions and investing Okay, you can see I have been going quite crazy over here. Let me just clean this up. Let's zoom in onto the 12 hour and see where we are. Right. Looking at this structure over here, I mean, I cannot find a better place to start building an atom position when you are inside a support area. Okay, this is the fear area. I call this the fear area. This is where everyone sit on their hands and they're too scared to buy. They're waiting for the trend. They're waiting for bullish momentum. They want to see a shift in momentum. They want to see a breakout with high volume. Definitely, you know, be a little bit late to the party to have a confirmation buy by all means. You want to see the retest and you want to see continuation to the upside. Right, I'm a little bit more aggressive. I like to buy inside the support zones because that to me is the best buying areas, and that is why I have Atom Trade open, and that's why I have quite a large spot bag of Atom. And I can only tell you guys what I am doing. I have a large spot bag of Atom. Okay, cool. I'm still very bullish on Atom. Looking at the structure over here, this is why I'm bullish. Right, I can just take this out the way. I don't need that. We found support. We found support, and we are currently inside the support zone, which means that we can come still down lower. We can come down lower and then only break out. But we can reverse from where we are right now, having the breakout, the retest, and you will most probably find that most retail traders will start entering in this area over here. Okay, this is why I am building my position over here, right, with a clear invalidation. Okay. And I think from this invalidation perspective, this is most probably where I'll get out of my swing trades. But from a spot bag perspective, I mean, if we go down lower, that's where I'll be adding more aggressively to my spot bags. My spot bags are not made for selling. It's made for accumulation. I want to drag my entry down, get the best possible entry. Right. Okay. Hi, Devold. What are your predictions for Cadena, please? KDA, will it go higher than the last all-time high? Thank you very much. Cool, thanks for teaching us. A pleasure, my man. A pleasure, my man. I hope you guys are enjoying the education over here. Right, let's look at KDA. Why not? Let's look at KDA. I like to look at new coins, although I think I have looked at it at some stage. Let's go back to watch list over here. KDA. I wonder if I do have it in my watch list. KDA, USDT. Right, I like to use Binance. It has the most volume. Let's look at KDA. Always, when I start analyzing the coin, always jump into the daily first. You want to see the bigger picture before you go into the 15-minute or 1 hour and try and figure out where you are. I want to see the bigger picture. Oh, and I have analyze this price or this coin at some stage, and this is the only data I have on Binance. Not a lot of data to the left. Okay, but this structure here looks bullish, so we do have upwards momentum here from KDA. Right, I think losing this trend could mean that we're going to find downwards momentum. So one scenario that could play out is that we lose the trend, we retest it, and we find a little bit of downwards momentum, and then possibly bounce in this area where there's nice consolidation for continuation to the upside. Okay, that's from a bearish perspective. From a bullish perspective, it looks like we are finding consolidation at these highs over here, right? And we are now currently trying to reclaim these highs. Okay. Let me just take the scribble out here. Okay, first we lost the highs, but we didn't lose the trend. So if I zoom into this structure over here, and perhaps we go into the 12 hour, just want to see more data over here. Okay, momentum is still to the upside. We still have momentum to the upside. We haven't lost the trend. This was the support you wanted to hold, which it did. It broke through, it held the support, and it looked like it was building up a spring for continuation to the upside. Then we lost the support. We didn't lose the trend, so perhaps a deviation below, and now we're finding strength above. Okay, so you want to see us reclaim this area over here, which it looks like it's currently doing. There's some green volume kicking in over there. Right, okay, so it looks like it could come back down for come back down for higher levels, come back up for higher levels over here. Right, so just want to look at the macro structure over here is that we are finding support above these highs. You want to see us not lose these highs. Okay, you can even see that this deviation below found support above these highs. Okay, here you failed to break through. You failed to break through. You rejected, and now we are above with high volume. So it looks like KDA actually looks pretty good from a bullish perspective. Okay. Losing the trend could mean that we're going to come down a little bit lower, and then what I like to do is I go into the 4 hour and I see if there's any nice momentum lines that I can track from a breakout perspective. Okay. Is it this way? That's too steep. Okay, it looks like it's this one over here. Right. I do not like trend lines that's this steep. I don't like them. Although they do sometimes play out, I like the bigger ones, because often what happens is when you play steep trend lines like this, okay, you play the breakout, you'll stop below the low, and then it does this, making a lower high. Okay, that's why I don't like to play steep trend lines, although they can play out. Many times they can play out. So you can play the breakout and you can just be aggressive with profit taking. I like 45 degree, you know, between 30, 45 degree angle trend lines. These trend lines I like more, because often what happens is when you break through this trend line, there's a chance that you can reverse and break down. When you break through this one, double confirmation, and this 45 degree angle trend line, it increases the probability of you coming to claim this high. Okay, but yeah, then you are a little bit late to the party where you could have had a better entry over here. So there's pros and cons to each strategy. So if I want to play a safer trade, I would wait for the breakout of this, have at least a 1 hour, 4 hour candle close above the trend. You know, a body candle, not a wick. You want a body to close above the trend for continuation to the upside. And you always look to the left for TP zones, TP1, TP2, and you leave some of the position open for higher levels to come. Okay, but I must say KDA looks good, and this is the momentum that I will track. You can see that we are currently fighting with this resistance over here, which is also the highs over here, and the underside. You can see where the resistance lies. Can you guys see how it pierced through? It came back up. It acted as support over here. Came back, support, 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 and then we lost it, and then we turned it into resistance. So now what you want to see is you want to see us reclaim this area. Okay, you want to see that. You want to see us reclaim this area as support, because we could do this. Okay, we must reclaim it, bounce on top, flip the resistance into support for continuation to the upside. This will also look good because now you're making higher highs. Can you guys see higher highs? So even if we had to do this, you are still making higher lows. Okay, you're changing market structure to the upside. Right, so that's basically in a nutshell, quick analysis here on the price of KDA. So it really looks good from a day trading perspective. I will potentially not add this to my spot bags because I'm not too familiar with the fundamentals. I would like to go do a little bit more research. I like to add coins to my spot bags that I am comfortable with the fundamentals and I believe in them. There's just not enough data to the left. Right, that's all I have to go on, and that's not enough for me. So, but from a trading perspective, it looks beautiful. Okay, lots of trend line strategies that you could have played out here. There's another beautiful one you could have played out there. Okay, broke out, you retest, found continuation to the upside where you claimed the high TP area. You can see how important it is to take profits where you're supposed to take profits. You tap it. Okay, because now you found downwards momentum to the downside and you could have easily done this. Okay, but it looks like it's finding strength in this area. Right. Okay, what else? Fantastic education. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, thank you so much. How high do you think it will go from price at the end of the bull run? That is very difficult to say. You know, how high is Bitcoin going to go? And the reason I can calculate Bitcoin's estimated price that I think it could reach is because it has a lot of data to the left. This is not enough data for me to try and determine how high this coin can go. Okay. Let me see something here. I don't even have proper Elliott wave theory data. I need more data. Honestly, I need more data I mean, if you look at Bitcoin, I have lots of data to the left on the weekly time frame. I have plenty of data for me to go work out Elliott wave theory, count the waves, and I can then more or less predict how high the price of Bitcoin is going to go. Okay. But price is just struggling to load up here at the moment. But for KDA, I don't have enough data to the left to exactly determine where it's going to go. If I had to, as always, I like to target the highs as profit-taking areas. I would say, well, this area looks juicy to me. And of course, it can go higher. But then what you want to see is when we get here, definitely a profit-taking zone for me. Okay, even this high over here, TP1, you know, there's a TP2 over there, and this is ultimate TP, and then you leave some of the position open for higher levels. Is that when we get there, okay, you don't want to see that, okay, right? So potentially there's two ways that it can play out: is you SFP from the highs. Okay, you SFP from the highs, like what happened to Bitcoin now, and you come and bounce on this trend, and you continue the momentum to the upside. So perhaps the second time is the successful time where you want to flip those highs into support. Okay, you want to flip the highs into support. You want to break through with high volume, retest it as support without losing the level. Then it will spell continuation to the upside. But in terms of giving you an exact number, I can't. I don't have technical analysis, and if anyone based on this data is telling you that it's going to $100 or $1,000, they're talking crap. Okay, no one can predict where the market is going. No one knows how high Solana is going to go, how high ETH is going to go. We have estimated targets based on the technical data to the left, and if I don't have enough technical data to the left, it's difficult for me to determine ultimate price for a specific coin. Okay, but then you trade it from a trading perspective. You hit resistance, you flip resistance into support. You know that there's continuation to the upside. Okay, from this little structure over here, we can make a little bit of a prediction. Okay, maybe not the ultimate high for the bull run, but we can make a little bit of a prediction where I take a trend-based fib from the low to the high to the low. And I can say, well, if, this is now where what if scenarios come in, is that if this is a 1, 2, 3, we're busy with a third wave here to the upside, a TP1 area for me will definitely be the 1.618 at $8.8. Okay. Then when I translate this price back into whatever I see on the left, you can see that we have a clear pivot here in alignment with the 1.618. Okay. Looking at this structure, because this is the only data that I have, if you would ask me what could be the maximum target, the most bullish target that you can see for KDA, I would say the 5.618, which is, holy crap, $2,412. Okay. I am not saying that we are going to get there. I'm saying that if you're asking me what is the most bullish target for KDA based on the little bit of data that I have to work on my fib extensions. And the most bullish fib extension is the 5.618 that I have over here, which is at $2,412. But we can reject at the 4.618. We can reject at the 3.618, 2.618, or even at the 1.618, which is $8.8. So there's just no guarantees that we are going to hit these upper levels. And that's why this is a TP1 area for me. Definite TP1 area from a spot perspective. Okay, right. What else? Let's go through the comments. Biggest king besides Andy. Thank you so much, Christian. I appreciate that. Is Devilled there a double bottom on KDA? Double bottom on KDA. I don't see a double bottom unless you're talking about this double bottom over here. Okay. Or are you talking about this price action over here? I do see a double bottom on this price action. Okay. I love me some double bottoms. Right. Nice little double bottom over here. I do like double bottoms that actually takes this low, because then you know the liquidity has been grabbed. I do like double bottoms that do this. You get acceptance back above, but nevertheless, it is a double bottom. How I like my double bottoms is a different story, but from a technical perspective, this is indeed a double bottom over here, right? Up, down, and what this could mean that this is a C wave to the upside or just purely continuation where you find strength, bears are running out of selling pressure, they can't push the price down back lower. You then start a structure where you make a higher low and now you find continuation here to the upside. But you want to see us break this level. At least, I would say at least with a 1 hour candle close above. Okay, not a wick. I will not buy that if there's just a wick sticking out of the trend. There has to be a body of a candle outside of the trend with some nice green volume to support the momentum to the upside. Right. What is Bitcoin doing over here? It's still trying to load up the weekly time frame. Let's go back. See what's happening over here. Okay, as predicted, price is finding momentum here to the upside. Okay, you see how powerful technical analysis is. You have an important level, you have a body of a candle close outside of that level, and then you find continuation to the upside. If there was a 1 hour wick and the body closed below the all-time high, the probabilities then increase that we're going to find downwards momentum. But this is bullish price action. So when people say and traders say, I'm watching the price action, I'm watching the reaction at each level. This is what I'm watching. I'm watching the price action. It looks bullish. Right, looking at CVD, I still don't see any bearish CVD. Let's just make sure. Okay, let's go into the 5 minute. Maybe there's some local bearish CVD. Not yet. Not yet. Still looks bullish. Okay, you can even see with price moving up here. Look at how CVD on yellow fell down. Okay, that's bullish, of which the target is the high. Then you move up. So they are CVD traders. That's all they do. They only trade CVD. They look at bullish, bearish CVD, and they will scalp up and down the whole day, getting in and out of position using the 5 minute and the 3 minute. Okay, very successful traders. There's obviously a couple of rules in you and a strategy and a system that you have to build around it. But yeah, people make money, lots of money just trading CVD. Okay, and you can see how often it plays out. It's just ridiculous how often it plays out. Okay, cool. Some of the other coins I'm watching over here, you can see I have a list of red marked coins. These are the coins that I added to my spot bags. Maybe not all of them, but most of them. I think all of them except one. The one that I didn't add was Filecoin. And the reason I didn't add Filecoin is because I saw a lot of other YouTube influencers talking about it and a lot of people opening trades on Filecoin. So when there's so many people longing in the same direction, I just don't like to do it. Okay, I go against the herd. I either don't take the trade or I short. Okay, I haven't placed a short though. Right, but Atom looking very bullish over here. Dot. Okay, you can see how I'm tracking these momentums. Okay, dot, nice little breakout to the upside. Okay, you see this, I'm not tracking this momentum. You could have played this momentum, definitely, but it got a bit confusing. You were choppy action over here, not a beautiful trend. Okay, you have to learn how to place your trends. You want to see a breakout, you found support, okay, you lost it. You try to get back in, you made those little pivot lows, another pivot low, touching the trend perfectly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches, 7 touches. And now you're finally getting the breakout. So yes, with some of these trades, you have to be extremely patient and sit on your hands and wait for the right opportunity. Okay, so dot looking amazing. Dot looks like it's finding nice upwards momentum. And I mean, it can happen that it looks extremely bullish and then it does this. Retesting the trend, which is still bullish, okay, and then it shoots up. So it's not to say that it's just going to go in a straight line. It can happen, but you know, generally nothing goes up in a straight or down in a straight line. It goes in waves. You know, you want to see price action make waves. Like it did here, little waves. You want to see waves. Okay. Right. What else? I've got, what else do I have over here? Algo. I'm still bullish on Algo. Tracking Algo's momentum down here. And for those of you that didn't watch that update I did on Friday, 10 altcoins still in buy zone. This is why I have these altcoins here. They are in buy zone because when you zoom out, right, just take the RSIs out here, you can see I've identified 10 altcoins that are still inside of buy zone. They are inside the accumulation zone, right? Obviously, resistance is above, and that's how you climb the stairs, like Bitcoin and Ethereum has done already. And but still inside of an accumulation zone where we've broken this downsloping trend, and we just need to hold this trend for bullish momentum to continue to the upside. So all of the coins I have here is showing similar price action where I believe I'm still early. We haven't missed the boat on these ones, like with Solana, like with Rune, for example, like Dogecoin, Pepe, Shiba Inu. Some of the altcoins, those altcoins have done amazing things here to the upside already. Ethereum is over here, Bitcoin is over here. Some of the altcoins are catching up in this area, and I was looking for the ones that's still inside accumulation zone. Okay, and I'm not saying it's just a straight line up from here. I'm not saying that. I'm saying this is a great place to accumulate altcoins for me. Okay, I can only tell you guys what I am doing. I am accumulating in these zones because this is an accumulation zone where you finally break the trend and you want to see upwards momentum. And if we come back down, I will simply add, okay, bringing my entries down. Right. AVAX. AVAX has done a couple of miracles, or not miracles, but it's done some good stuff already. On the daily time frame, just want to see what is going on here. Why does AVAX not have a lot of data over here? Right. AVAX is one that I did not add to my spot bags. Not my swing trades. I did not add that's why I have 9 entries, I think, and Filecoin. I did not add AVAX because my entry on my spot bags is over here. Okay. And currently finding some nice momentum here to the upside. Just want to see something. From the low to the high. Oof. Yeah, this actually looks very bullish. Holy crap. Can we get to $481? Is that possible for AVAX? AVAX, can you do that? That would be phenomenal. AVAX looks very bullish, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not saying we're going to get there, but you know, just track your momentums. Just track your momentum lines. Yeah. Just want to make sure that I am on regular. Okay. That looks better. Okay. Yes, that price action looked so confusing. This looks better. Okay, cool. So 94. Yes, definitely. That looks more realistic to me. Okay. I'm still expecting AVAX to come and hit this target. Right. And I'm just tracking this momentum here to the upside. And any pullback into this momentum line for me will be a buying opportunity. But for now, we have to acknowledge that AVAX has climbed the stairs quite beautifully, right? And what I mean by climbing the stairs is that you have a consolidation, you break through, you come back. Can you see how you come and retest this area? You're climbing the stairs. So you climb the stair, you step on it. You climb the stair, you step on it. Okay, now you flipped this area into support. So you don't want to lose this area. Now you want to climb the stair and flip this area into support. Okay, and so you continue. Right, continuously making higher highs and higher lows on the way up, not losing this momentum. Okay, that's how I'm tracking the momentum here to the upside. So these trades are not one-day trades, week trades. These trades are most probably still going to take a long while before they play out. You know, it could take as long as next 121 days, okay, before we hit this target, unless, like with Solana and Rune and those coins, is that it just finds a nice little momentum here and it does this. Definitely possible. Definitely possible. Okay, but AVAX still looks bullish. Zilliqa did hit, you see, this is what I mean. Zilliqa hit the 618. Okay, but it's also climbing the stairs. Right, so Zilliqa, if you played the trade over here, you hit the 1.618. It's definitely a TP area. This is why it's a TP area. Look at that. It looks bullish. Everyone gets in too late and then it tumbles down, but the momentum is still intact. So it's still bullish. Where it looks now, we have flipped these highs into support. Can you see when we came down, we held the highs? Can you see how we held the highs? So you're climbing the stairs, right? You climb the stair. Now you want to see this hold. And then potentially you climb the stair. Now you want to see this area hold. Okay, for continuation to the upside. I hope this makes sense, what I'm trying to teach you guys. Okay, what else? H-bar. A lot of people don't like H-bar. I like H-bar. Technicals look good. Okay. Technicals looks amazing. Broke through a long and daily time frame. Broke through. Look at that beautiful retest. And now we're finding continuation to the upside. Climbing the stairs. Okay. There's the highs. There's the highs where we struggled to break through. You can see how we struggled to break through these highs. We struggled to break through. We had a retest and now we are above these highs. Look at that beautiful retest over there. Right, now you want to see this area hold for continuation to the upside where you want to see these highs flip into support. Okay. Right. KSM, still bullish on KSM. You can see also inside accumulation zone. Okay, almost piercing its head out there, right? Does look bullish. Look at the beautiful bounce on the trend. People are so scared to buy these trend buys. And I always say trend buys are the best buys. Okay, look at that beautiful bounce over there. And you might not get that bounce again at this level, $40. You might not see that level in a while again, depending on the price of Bitcoin, obviously. But it looks good for momentum here to the upside to at least come and claim these highs. Okay, right. CRV, also on the daily. Okay, for those of you that watched my video on Friday, this is a little bit of a repeat, but I'm showing you why I'm buying here. CRV is still inside the accumulation zone. Great load up zone over here for me. And I mean, just look at the all-time highs where it could potentially still go. Insane. Okay, also tracking this momentum, keeping trading simple. Simple. You track your momentum here to the downside, failed to break through, and now we finally broke through. Okay, retested. Look at how beautifully we retested the trend line, and now we find a continuation to the upside. Okay, EGLD. Can actually move this trend. Nice little fake out deviation over there. Okay, but I would like to put the trend there, and it's currently broken back into trend. I just want to zoom in here, see what's going on here with EGLD. Right, this looked extremely bearish, guys. This looked very bearish, where you lose the momentum. Look at how you test. Where's my pen? You test the momentum. You test it, and you break down. And this is where the breakout traders, they enter their shorts, stop loss above the highs over here, and waiting for lower levels to come. And then what it does is it turns around, it struggles to break back, it loses the trend again, and now we are back inside trend, baby. Bullish momentum is continuing. And we have broken this trend over here. Okay, so we are currently above the home line, which is a good sign, and we have broken this trend. Okay, so we could come back for a retest and continuation to the upside, but I'm still looking at a shorter time frame perspective. I'm looking at these highs to be targeted. Just want to take the scribble out there, just measure something quick. Let's go on to 4 hours, actually a good time frame. Let's just look at this structure over here. You see, it still looks bullish. If this momentum can continue here to the upside, I still see TP1 area for KSM. Nah? What is this? KSM. EGLD. Sorry, EGLD. Okay, $135. This is what I'm seeing for EGLD. $135. If we can find the strength in the momentum to keep the strength and not lose it. Okay, so for now, EGLD looks bullish. For now. Okay. Because anything can happen. We cannot predict the market, and that's why we have good risk management. Okay. But definitely from a spot perspective, I've got a bag of EGLD. I've got a spot bag, and I also have a swing trade open on EGLD. Right. If you want to trade with me, and go down in the description, 20% fee reduction on Bybit. If you can't KYC, Mixi, that's where I do all my scalping, and you don't need to KYC on Mixi. I also enjoy BingX. I haven't actually used BingX in a while, but I do have an account and I do enjoy trading with BingX. I'm currently just using Mixi because the fees are insanely low at the moment compared to all the other exchanges, but for my bigger account, I use Bybit. I don't trust Mexi as yet with a large amount of money. Okay, but I do my daily scalps and my day trades inside of Mexi with great success. I haven't had any issues as yet. Right. That is basically it from my side. I can jump through more alts at the moment if you guys would like me to go through more alts. Otherwise, you guys can post for me here what you would like to see. And let's go through the com section. BTC just hit 70K. Yes, we did just hit 70K. Beautiful, 70K over here. And this could potentially be a retest. Okay, you're coming back to retest, but I don't see any bearish. I don't see any bearish CVD as yet. See, this is where I look for the clues. This is where I can potentially almost most of the time catch the momentum that's going to turn around if I start on the local time frame, 3-minute, 5-minute time frame. If I start seeing bearish CVD build up, I know that we could potentially turn around for a deeper retracement. But for now, CVD still looks bullish. Okay, you can even see between this pivot on blue, look at blue, looks like it wants to fall down a little bit further, which then makes bullish CVD, confirming continuation upwards for Bitcoin at the moment. Right. Go through the comments. Devil, please analyze Floki. Meme coins. You guys want some meme coins? Sushi. Okay, I do like sushi. I think I have a sushi bag as well. A sushi altcoin bag. So I should have it inside here. Here we go. Right, sushi looks good. I love me some sushi, especially on Sundays. We'll just leave that comment at that. Okay, you can see I have done some analysis here on sushi. One of my favorites, not my favorite, but definitely one of my favorites. Okay, just look at the 8-hour over here. Ooh, beautiful double bottom. We broke this trend. This is where I built my spot bags. This is, back in the day. When was this? 21 October. This is where I built my spot bags. I was waiting for this momentum to break, and it wasn't an easy trend to track. I think that was the momentum I was tracking. Okay, and then when we broke through here, I added quite aggressively to my spot bags. But now price is up. I think I'm up on my sushi position around about 186%. So not bad, but you have to have patience. Spot bags and swing trades, you have to have patience, right? You have to keep the positions open for long, not stress about it, know when to buy the pullbacks, don't buy the green candles. But from this market structure over here on sushi, what I do like is look at this beautiful double bottom. Okay, that's why I bought over there. Also, accumulation zone. We did lose this level, and a lot of people, even myself, I was like, when we lost the support over here, we accumulated so beautifully inside of here, and then we lost it, and I was like, oh, really? But luckily we still had this low. And then when I saw the double bottom, when we made this low over here, failing to go beneath this level, the double bottom over here, and I'm here on the 12-hour time frame. We can even go into the daily just to make it a little bit clearer. Okay, failing to move down lower, we found support. I was tracking this momentum here to the downside, and finally we broke through, and I knew that the market structure was starting to change. High green volume was starting to kick in, and you can also see how beautifully it's climbing the stairs. So this was a stair over here, which people refer to as resistance. You lost the stair, you got back up with high volume, with power, you held it, okay, and now you're finding continuation above these highs. Now we need to hold this level, okay, to find continuation to the upside, where I'm looking at a TP1 at $5.2. Okay, you can definitely leave some of the position open to even come and claim $15 sushi over here, right? $15 sushi over there, which has confluence with these highs over here, right? Definitely TP1, TP2 over here for me. And obviously you can leave some of the position open to come and claim the 3618, which is $43, 124, most bullish at the moment, $356. Okay, so it just depends on how much patience do you have and when do you plan to take profits. But I will be taking profits on the way up as we hit each. I haven't taken any profits yet on sushi, and I'm planning to take profits over here by $5.2. I'll take more profits over here, keeping some of the position for open for here, and we'll see how price action develops. But it's nice to do analysis on a coin when you have lots of data to the left. Okay. Right. What else? Devold, which coins do you trade for scalping? Mostly Bitcoin, actually. I trade mostly Bitcoin for my day trades, okay? When I see altcoins showing bullish momentum, then I will jump into some of the alts and I will start doing trend line strategies, okay, like I've shown over here. So I will go through, you can see I've got my entire watch list over here, and each morning, that's part of my ritual, I will go through every single one and I will see which one is showing strength, which one has the trend line that I like the most, which one has high volume, and I will then go and trade altcoins when we have nice bullish momentum like we have now to the upside. Okay, but for this week, when we saw this on Bitcoin, I was trading Bitcoin. I wasn't trading any alts. I really enjoy trading Bitcoin, and I don't actually need to trade any other altcoins except Bitcoin from a day trading perspective. Okay, I like Bitcoin because it's mature. It respects levels a lot better than altcoins, and yeah, I know it's my friend. Me and Bitcoin are friends. I've learned how to read Bitcoin and to kind of make sense of the price action, where with some of the alts you have to build a relationship with the coin that you are trading, because when you start trading a coin for a very long time, you will start noticing things about the coin. It likes to jump. For example, this coin likes to bounce on the 50% FIB level. It doesn't like the 618. Or this coin really prefers the 786. Every time we have a retracement, it bounces on the 786. It bounces on the 786. It likes fake outs, or this coin likes fake outs to the upside, and usually by the fourth or the fifth touch, it starts breaking out. So you start learning the coin's personality. So it does become difficult if you are jumping between different coins every single day trying to trade an opportunity. You can get yourself a bit confused because you don't know the personality of that coin. Okay, but I do spend a lot of time in front of the charts. All the coins that I have marked out here in red are typically the coins that I will play from a breakout perspective, and I have learned their personalities to the best of my ability, but my favorite is still Bitcoin. I really like to trade Bitcoin. So when I don't see any opportunities on any of my favorite alts, I default back to Bitcoin, and that's where I make my money. Right. Positions are still showing some nice profit to the upside. Okay, cool. What else? Let's go through the comments over here. I found you through Andy channel. Really liked your TA. Can you look at QNT? Of course. Let's look at QNT. Do I have QNT over here? Let's just do this. QNT. I do know QNT. I actually do have it. Let's just select it again. Showing some nice pumpy action here to the upside. Okay. Zooming to the one daily. Let's just see what's happening here. You can see that I have charted it some time ago. Nice little breakout here. Okay, nice little breakout. And you can see how this resistance flipped into support. So you have a breakout, you flip the resistance into support. You hold it, you find higher levels. And I mean, purely from a breakout trading perspective, this is, usually how your strategy works, is that you play the breakout, you ultimately target the high, and you'll stop below the low. And this was a beautiful, beautiful 12 to 1 risk to reward. This is an amazing trade. Okay, we haven't hit this TP just as yet, but you always have to look left for resistance. There's resistance over there, resistance over there. Not really much resistance, but you can see that we rejected over there. But I am still expecting for us to come and claim this high, even this high over here. Right, because it does look like the trend is supposed to do that. Okay, cool, but it's holding, and I think this is what's beautiful about QNT is that it's holding the support. It's not losing the support, and also it's holding the home line. It's holding the home line up here. Right, this should actually do that. Look at the beautiful bounce. I mean, this is just amazing. Look at the beautiful bounces where you just kept the trend. You didn't lose the trend, and you keep on finding momentum to the upside. Right. So QNT looks good. From a higher time frame perspective, can this be a wave 1, 2? Yes, it's just this wave 2 is extremely long compared to wave 1. It doesn't, from an Elliott wave perspective, it doesn't really make sense. And purely from an education perspective, your impulses and your correction needs to balance out. So 1-to-1 ratio is a nice balance out. But when your correction is so long compared to your impulses, then I don't like it. So from a simplicity perspective, I will just keep on making sure that you buy the home line buys over here. Okay, you have flipped resistance into support. Well, you've held this area beautifully. Okay, and now you want to start climbing the stairs to the upside. Okay, you want to flip this area now. This is now resistance. Okay, and this is resistance. So you want to climb the stairs, break through, flip it into support. So I want to be able to turn this box green like I did with this one. As soon as I can turn this box green, where you break through, you flip it into support, then you know it's almost, not always, but it's almost guaranteed. If you break through here with high volume, you find support, you're going to go and test the next level. And you either break through and you turn that one into support for continuation to the upside, or you fail to break through and you just want to hold this level. Okay. So for now, we need to break through this area, which is these highs. We need to break through here. And that is why it's important to always take profit at the pivots to the left when you play a breakout strategy. Don't always just wait for the high. You have to take profits. Okay. Right. What is happening with Bitcoin over here? Still some nice bumpy action. Okay. You can see closing candle above the all-time high. Another closing candle on the hourly time frame. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a 4-hour candle. Oh, this is bullish, guys. This is very bullish. I mean, look at the insane green volume here on Bitcoin. We have a 4-hour closing candle above the all-time high, smashed through 2 daily levels, and the 0.618 that it's not. Doesn't even exist. I actually want to take this harmonic out the way now. It feels like it's not serving any purpose because there's not a high probability. When I see this price action over here, it decreases the probability of us doing this. Okay, for the harmonic to play out. It increases the probability that we're most probably going to find support. We've now flipped this resistance into support. You remember, climb the stairs, and we're going to find higher levels where we have here a daily level, untapped daily level. And I mean, if we're going to get here, you might as well just claim all the beautiful liquidity above these highs. Let's go look at the liquidity just for shits and giggles. Right. Just wait for it to load up. Okay, $1.1 billion of liquidity just at $73,896. Then we have another $962 million at $74,217. Can you see that each time I move my mouse a little bit up, that represents liquidity in that little price action block. So only in this block, there's $1.1 billion worth of liquidity. Then let's say another billion, and another 800 million, and another 700 million. So you can just imagine if we had to come and grab this liquidity over here, all the early shorts will be stopped out. Okay. Then potentially we will see a deeper correction to the downside, grabbing the liquidity, filling the market players' short bags for continuation to the downside. And yeah, we'll just have to observe price reaction when we get there. I'll be definitely keeping an eye on CVD. CVD still looks neutral at the moment. No bearish, no bullish, still neutral at the moment. So I don't see us turning around just as yet. but definitely bullish price action here from the price of Bitcoin, which means that my spot baggies or my swing trades over here are going to continue running to the upside. So I will just leave them until I start seeing some weakness here on the price of Bitcoin. Okay, that is basically it from my side. Let's just check. Can we look at lamb? I've never heard of lamb, but I do like to eat it. Smash the like button. Yes, please smash up the like button. Pure education. I'm giving you guys lots of education over here. I hope you're learning a lot and enjoying it as much as I do. Please do analysis on Floki. Everyone wants to see Floki. Please teach us how to set CCD, CVD, you mean. Right, let's go. Last coin. Let's go look at Floki. Let's, for all the Floki lovers out here, let's go have a look at Floki. And I'm going to use this chart and just look for Floki over here. Right. Do I actually have Floki in my list? I'm sure I do have Floki. I have never traded Floki. Let's see if I do have analysis on Floki. Floki? Did I take you away, Floki? Floki? Right, let's try this again. I actually did chart this one. I don't think I traded it, but I did chart it. Can't remember if I traded Floki. Right, anyways. Wave, this looks like a beautiful, it's almost no doubt 1, 2, 3. Okay, because we hit a minimum third wave target. It can only be a third wave here to the upside. Right, so from a Floki perspective, not a lot of data over here, but keeping it simple without knowing what the data is here. Now you have to start working with what you've got over here. So I do see consolidation. Do you see this beautiful consolidation area over here? So you broke through the consolidation and now you are testing it as support. So in confluence with a 1.618 level. So this is a wave 1, 2, 3. And third waves, like I always say, can be very explosive. It can go to the 2.618, it can go to the 3.618, and so forth, and so forth. So maximum target here for Floki, I'm seeing 1 cent. Okay, 1 cent for Floki. If it does reach these levels up here, but you want to see it continue climbing the stairs to the upside. Right. Okay. So let's go on to 8 hour. I just want to see the price action. Okay. Here you guys can see. Look how beautiful. You can't, technical analysis doesn't lie. Guys that tell me that trading is gambling, I don't know what they are smoking. They don't know how to trade. Technical analysis is so simple. You lose the support, you test it, you test it. You can see now you're forming resistance over here. Okay. And then you find downwards momentum. Then you break through with high volume. Look how beautiful. You break the resistance with high volume and then you find support, 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 support. Not losing this level. Look how beautifully you held this level over here. And then you have a beautiful trend that runs down there and then you play the breakout to the upside. Okay, looking at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott wave structure to the upside. Right. Trading is like playing poker. Knowing what managing your risks, smart poker. 1, 2, 3. That was definitely a profit-taking area. So if I had to play this from a breakout perspective, targeting the third wave target over here, definitely the 0.00015 area, say TP zone, and you can see why you need to sometimes leave some of your position open, because you take profits over here and then look what happens. You go to the 2 level and then you find support above these highs. So what you want to see for continuation to the upside is you want to see us break these highs and flip them into support. Okay, then you tap the 2.618 area. Okay, then you have to hold the support, hold the support. If you hold the support, you know that there's more continuation to the upside. When you lose the support, you retest it and you turn this back into resistance, you can come back down here to the 618 level or even further down and come and bounce on these highs over here again. Right, so it's all about observing the price reaction as we climb the stairs to the upside. Okay, but Floki, looks like it still wants to find continuation to the upside. And this is the line in the sand for me. You want to hold this level. Okay, if you lose this level with Floki, if you lose it, you go back, you retest this as resistance, and you could find yourself coming back down lower. There's a little consolidation area over here where you could bounce, okay? And perhaps you'll track that trend and play that breakout to the upside. But for now, it looks like it's holding this area over here. So you want to see us claim this high and turn this area into support. Because you could also see an SFP where you fail to break through, you close below, and you come back and bounce on support over here. Right. Where you now start forming a double top where you could find downwards momentum. Okay, but for me, Floki is too high. I'm not buying into Floki over here. From a spot bag perspective or a swing perspective, I will not buy Floki. That's what just personally what I would do. But from a day trade perspective, you can go here onto the 1 hour and you can start finding yourself some trend lines. Okay, let's see if Floki has nice trends to trade. Let's see. That was a nice one. Definitely 45-degree angle ones. I like them. Ooh, beautiful touches. You know, these are beautiful trends to touch. And I think looking at Floki, it respects them nicely. Touch, 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 breakout. More touches, the stronger the breakout. Okay. Beautiful breakout. And from a shorter time frame perspective, I'm at least expecting us to come and claim this high because that's this is your trading setup. Okay. TP. Play the breakout over here, stop loss below the low, 7 risk to reward, 7 to 1 risk to reward is absolutely amazing. These are the trades that you want to trade. So from a day trading perspective, Floki is definitely one that I will day trade. Okay, look at the nice green volume kicking in here, where you're now potentially flipping these highs into support. So these highs now becomes the stairs. You want to see us break through and hold this area for continuation to the upside. Otherwise, if we break back down, you are back inside of this area over here. Okay, so that's my quick and dirty analysis about Floki here at the moment. Right, thank you so much everyone for watching. I do see your comment about CVD. Unfortunately, I have run out of time. I will be doing lots more live streams and educational updates on my channel. Thanks for watching. Please smash up the like on your way out. And until the next one, guys, cheers for now.